Welcome to the Grayson Allen video breakdown. I'm David Locke, radio voice of the Utah Jazz. Grayson Allen is 6'5" with a 6'7" wingspan, 198 pounds, and the 21st pick of the Utah Jazz. This is compiled by watching 6 different games, 2 from the 16-17 season, and then 4 last year, all trying to be against NBA caliber players. The first thing you'll see, great team player. Played both the 1 and the 2 at Duke, had to play a lot of point guard, sees his teammates, goes after every loose ball. You see him there with a 50-50 ball, and he gets, that'll be a theme of this whole thing. Reads the defense perfectly. Picked up the dribble at the right time to get Duval the layup there. Slides to his left. Watch him here. He slides to his left. That opens up a passing lane, but it also gets him down to the big. He knew where he was going before he got the ball. Really smart player. Minor thing here, but one dribble to his left to find the guy in the curl that opens up the opportunity. I mentioned the 50-50 balls. He gets them every time. I mean, every single time. It's fight, it's athleticism, it's all there. Here he is against a backdoor cut against Louisville and Donovan Mitchell. Again, working on the right side, driving and finding a corner shooter. Good passer, good teammate. Fast break here. Great vertical jump at the combine, but you don't see it a lot in the open floor in those circumstances. Here he drives. He gets too far underneath, so what does he do? Astutely finds the open man in the corner. Here's the drive and a give up to Trent and a bucket. Pick and roll is what the NBA is about. In college this year, they didn't run a lot of it because Bagley and Carter just played down at the bottom, and he wasn't the pick and roll guy the year before. But here they hedge him out. He goes down to the bottom, comes off a nice pick here, reads it correctly, waits till Bagley gets behind and finds him for 2. Another pick and roll, gets in the lane, a little late to getting it to Bagley, but got him there. This time he fell to the ground, twisted his ankle a little bit. He's not going to rise up over the top despite his vertical. This is against Louisville. Beautiful pull-up jumper if you go under. This time he got a mismatch late in the quarter. Ball fakes it into a foul. This is how he evolved a little bit. We'll talk about his drive game into that mid-range game this year. Pull-up jumper. Calls for the pick. Brings the 2 guys together. Finds the nice roll to the rack. His shooting game, in all honesty, is what concerns me more than anything else. He's a good shooter. Everyone says he's a great shooter. Dennis Lindsay talked about how great he was in the Jazz 100 CAA workout. By the way, 50-50 ball. He gets it. What jumps out to me is this year he just had a weird year missing open looks. But the fundamentals are all there. Watch him. He gets his feet set. He's got a really super quick release. Respaces beautifully. Smart player. Takes his time. Just didn't go. Missed. Didn't do this his junior year or his sophomore year, but missed an inordinate amount of open looks this last season. Goes in the post, spaces correctly, waits. Now watch how quick this release is. Pow. It's really nice. The fundamentals are all there for a knockdown shooter that can get it off in the NBA. See that little twist he has at the end? I think that's something the Jazz could probably fix. In transition, doesn't get that open look. They've looked at his shot. They feel pretty comfortable about it. Able to get good elevation off that jump shot with 2 feet down right there, which is a good sign for the pin down game. This was spacing the corner when he played with a more open floor with Kennard and Tatum in that group. Comes off, they go under, sets his feet, reads it perfectly. He reads things beautifully. That open look just didn't go. I love this one. It doesn't go, but how quickly he got that off coming off a pin down. He gets strong. This is my favorite, though. Watch him. He's on the bottom right. Gets the pin down. They go over. He just makes that little step out to hit the shot. Watch it again. This is really smart basketball. Understanding how guys play, where you're going to get your looks, and then has the ability to get that shot off quickly. Here he is again when they drop the big. He's able to pull. Transition. And pow. His drive game has evolved from his freshman year where they called him Crash. He was going to the basket, flying everywhere, taking everything to the rim. Now, this year, without much space with Bagley and Carter there, he's learned how to stop and make his decision a little bit earlier. So here it is, decision before the restricted area, lob over to Bagley. This next one, he's out of control, doesn't have great lift in that area, so when there's not much space, he struggles. But if you watch this, none of this is off an advantage. All of this is him just creating it himself. There was another early decision. You're not seeing ball movement that leads Grayson Allen into an opportunity. There's a ball fake where he's just got to try to beat his man, and he didn't. Coming in early action here. This is all out of a standstill without an advantage on his man. Slides to the basket. In the NBA, with the Jazz system, it's going to be the opposite. Maybe this ball fake and drive here, he turns it over. But more often than not, he's going to have a step on his guy coming off a pin down, coming off a dribble handoff. Here's against Donovan Mitchell. Great defense by Donovan here, cutting him off. Now he takes Donovan, draws a foul on Donovan. Donovan didn't think so. It's fun to watch those two. This time he has a little advantage. He takes it with the left hand, able to get it up and in off of Kennard, breaking the paint. Drives to the right hand. They called him on a travel here. All the way to the basket. And look, there's just no space and no room in there with Bagley and Carter. Here he's cut off by Langford. This time, pick and roll, tries to get free, comes back, Bridges picks him up, takes it into his body, a little off balance as he probably figures it out. Bridges, nice NBA player. Left-hand drive here, unable to finish it. So that's an area with more space I think he'll get better. Defense, I've heard the horror stories. I just didn't see him in 6 games. Lack of lateral quickness, those kind of things. It's not there unless you're just trying to find clips. And I searched everywhere. Here's a play where he doesn't close out great because he was suddenly guarding 2 guys on the outside. That's the situation. This one jumps out to me, though. We're 2 minutes into a game. Jerome Robinson, early pick, I think by the Clippers, and he just decides, you're not bringing up the floor on me. Steals it, 50-50 ball. Who gets it? Grayson Allen does every time. Picks him up again. We're not to the first time out yet. On the road, at BC, guys leading the ACC in scoring, and he just comes out to pester him early. Love that attitude. Got switched over on their point guard, ripped him as well. 50-50 ball. Who gets it? Grayson Allen. Every time. Fast break. He's got the guts to take the charge. Team player, gutsy. Zone, steps into the drive, pops back out, does a nice job. This one I'll criticize him. He should be boxing out this guy who slides by him on the left side for the offensive rebound. That's his guy. He should have got him. On this one, he has to go out on the wing, guard, does a pretty nice job staying with him. He doesn't have a lot of vertical reach, so he's not going to take away the shot, but does a nice job. Here on the pick and roll, he should be sliding under the picker and not letting the picker get down to the basket. He doesn't do that. They get an offensive rebound. Those are the defensive mistakes I see, not these terrible lateral quickness things. This time a guy gets to the left on him, but he cuts him off before he can get to the basket. You want your negative Grayson highlight video? Here it is. Crossover, beat him. He tried to guess, and he got beat. But on the same level, he does this where he takes a charge from Miles Bridges, where he guessed right. Here's the zone. Watch him. He's in the middle, so he cuts off the middle penetration, slides back, and the guy gets by him. I think that's where some of the criticism is coming. I don't think it's valid because it's a zone. That's Grayson Allen. He'll play the 1, he'll play the 2. You can see all the different things, how he uses his teammates. If he knocks down shots, he's got the release to do it. He'll get his shots off. He'll be very, very valuable. I'm David Locke. Hope you enjoyed that. You can follow me on Twitter at LockedOnSports, and the podcast is Locked On Jazz. Thanks very much for tuning in. Have a wonderful day.